Discuss this with Omar Shaban, who is the director of Palthink for Strategic Studies, and he joins me live now from Cairo. Omar, thank you so much for being with us on the program. We're seeing Israel still very much controlling the Rafah border for what is thought to be political reasons, but now with the creation of the Board of Peace and this technocratic committee, how much longer can we expect Israel to decide on the fate of Palestinians?
Very good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for hosting me. The Rafah crossing becomes the main thing, while in fact is part of the many other problems. And Palestinians are very frustrated because the negotiation on Rafah has taken so much time and so much detail. If you look at other detail, more than what your correspondent have said, we can see that the process is very slow and very frustrating. There are 100,000 Palestinians who left Gaza into Cairo like myself, and there are 30,000, at least 30,000, have registered their names in the Palestinian embassy in Cairo to go back. I was asked by my sister who's living in Gaza, when you come back to Gaza? I told her maybe April 28. So, and of course, in addition to tens of thousands of Palestinians who want to go out of Gaza for medical purposes, for educational purposes, for normal life, for normal traveler. I know that the Egyptians reject this. They reject before the one-way movement of Rafah, as Israel proposed in the beginning. And now the Egyptian also reject that the Israeli proposal to allow 1 to 10, 1 go inside, 10 go outside. The Egyptian reject that. The Egyptian don't want to be seen as if they are encouraging the displacement of the Gaza from Gaza into Cairo. I think the Egyptian are in line with the American and the Turkish with the Qatari mediator, where they mediate from the ceasefire on the 13th of October. Netanyahu and has subjected to pressure by President Trump. I do believe the Israeli will listen to Trump in the coming few days. It was supposed to open last week. Now they talk about Sunday. I don't expect Sunday will open. And maybe if it opens Sunday or Monday, it will take a couple of days until the operation of Rafah become normal. I know that there are some European monitors from the EUBAM are deployed to Rafah from the Israeli side, but things are not moving yet.
As someone who was displaced from Gaza, as a Palestinian that had to leave during the genocide, who's currently in Cairo, do you have any hopes that you will be able to return with this new structure that has now been created by the United States? How do you feel about this whole process?
We feel very angry, much more than that. I don't have the proper terminology, but my sister are there, my family are there. Exit Gaza by the war. There are 100,000 Palestinians, and many of them, they want to go back. They cannot live in Egypt. They cannot continue to live in Egypt. Sorry. And I think many Palestinians are very angry also inside and outside, but this is the Israeli way in bringing the Palestinian to the trap of details. And this is maybe to be blamed for the ceasefire agreement that was signed in Sharm el-Sheikh on the 13th of October. That was general without going into details. But we have been under the Israeli occupation for 60 years, so we know how much they like to go into detail, but I quite optimistic that things will be smoother next week.
Okay, Omar Shaban, thank you so much for being with us here on the NewsHour and sharing that insight with us.